Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, bishops who have formerly been in William Ruto's camp seems to be having a different opinion regarding how they are being treated in this UDA government. So one particular politician by the name KABANDO has noticed that bishops, pastors have realized that they were indeed deceived. Kabando mocks these religious leaders who supported Ruto, enjoying the fact that the president failed to keep his pledges. So Kabando is telling these bishops, pastors, not to trust the regime anymore. Because so Kabando has realized that the church bishops and church pastors are not finding it easy working with William Ruto going forward, because they thought that the pledges which were given to them would be honored, but none of those has been honored. So it's for that reason that Kabando took to his X handle and decided to share his perspective on this perceived feeling of bishops and pastors. So Kabando said the following: Rais Ruto deserves support at least on one lie. He duped pastors, he'd share serikali. COK 2010, Constitution of Kenya 2010, is succinct. Kenya is a secular state, no state religion. Zakayo manipulated them that he'd violate COK preamble on supremacy of God and as espoused in values enunciated in Article 10. In other words, what Kabando is saying is that the church bishops and these clergies, they thought that if William Ruto took over this government, Kenya would be, a state religion, and that's why he's talking about no state religion, because these bishops, pastors, they didn't read the Constitution, because the Constitution allows religions to coexist in Kenya. So there was no way Kenya was going to be a state religion, even though we saw some moves when Ruto took over. We saw some moves that one could easily link to this perception of state religion. So I want us to go deeper into this tweet by Kabando. And before you do that, please, I'd like to kindly encourage you to like this video. I have noticed that so many people forget to like this video. Please like this video so that YouTube can share it to other people. Also, if you are a viewer who hasn't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for making this channel grow. So Kabando has been a fierce critic of William Ruto, but sometimes he has been balancing, sometimes not attacking William Ruto. But on this particular case, Kabando has realized that there is a need to remind Kenyans that we should at least support William Ruto on one lie. And which is this lie? The lie that Kenya was going to be a state religion. This is something that the clergies, the bishops, the pastors, they always banked on, that if Ruto took over, then itakuwa ni kama vile Israel. That's why you find that in the first few months, there was a lot of meetings in State House, pastors, bishops going to State House. And if you realize that the moment Ruto was pronounced the winner, bishops went to Harambee office to congratulate him. So they knew that Kenya was going to be a state religion and they were going to benefit from this regime. Of course, I believe most of you have seen previously, like the past 2 months, 3 months there, where some bishops who supported William Ruto have had to come out publicly and distance themselves from the policies that the UDA or the Kenya Kwanza government is implementing. Some of these policies, according to them, are punitive and they don't support. So some of those bishops and pastors, they ended up distancing themselves from Ruto's new manifesto, because the previous manifesto it appears as if iliwekwa chini ya kabati kabisa, but there was another manifesto which Kenyans were not privy to. And this new manifesto is the one that William Ruto seems to be implementing. So personally, I think these pastors, bishops, according to KABANDO, they are regretting. They are regretting by the day. I don't know if you go to the People's Daily, People's Daily. There's an article there talking about how Ruto churches, the article says churches, how Ruto duped us. Those are bishops, those are, in other words, those are clergy in these relevant churches who believed on what I've just shared with you. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this tweet from KABANDO? KABANDO is being very spot on here in this tweet, because the truth of the matter is that churches now feel duped. That is why this article is talking about churches and how Ruto duped us. So those are bishops who seems to be complaining, pastors who seem to be complaining, or generally those are clergy who seems to be complaining. And their complaint is all about, I think, not honoring the pledge of making Kenya a state religion, probably, and not appointing one of the clergies as a CS because there was promise that there will be a ministry, and that ministry would be held by these clergies. And the proposal first was that Margaret Wanjiru would be the one holding that docket. It's a docket of religion, but that William Ruto never created it, because and for this case I think I agree with Ruto. There was no point creating this position, because if at all it had been created, what would have happened to the Hindus? What would have happened to the Swahili, the Islamic? What would have happened to the other religions which are not religious groups that are not part of Christianism? But for this case, there was this need to have a cabinet without a CS portfolio for religion. Ladies and gentlemen, just go below the comment section and offer your reaction. And perhaps if you're watching this video and do not subscribe, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.